Okay, here we are. I've got my I Love This yarn, and it is 100% acrylic. It calls for a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm using a 4.25, so it's a little bit smaller than what it calls for. And this is a really soft, it's called dark denim. Has the color of dark denim. And this is a really soft yarn, and it pulled out perfectly, but now we have a knot. There we go. So hopefully this will pull out just right the whole time, because I did not ball it up. I'm so glad to get back on here and get started. You will need a pair of scissors, one stitch marker if you like, and some needles to sew it in afterwards. And of course you need your cup of coffee. So let's get started. First we're going to do a magic circle. You do your X on the front, and the 2 rows on the back, you go under, grab it through, grab this yarn, and pull it through. Now I have a video on the magic circle if you need to see that a little bit slower, okay? I know as beginners, some of these things are really hard. I had to watch a magic circle one time quite a few times to learn it. And now it's easy, so remember that. We're going to chain 3. And we're going to do double crochets into the big circle. Okay? Now, a double crochet is loop under, go through the circle, grab your yarn, and come through. And we're going to do that 11 times total, because your chain 3 counts as your first one. Okay? So I've got 2 done and the chain, which makes it 3. And we're going to keep going. Please excuse the lighting. Right now I am doing the best I can on lighting. I'm in a new room and a new home, and I'm still working on getting the lighting right for these videos. 5. This is number 6 if you count the chain 3. This is number 7. Now we're going to pull this a little bit, make it smaller. It's not so much circle to keep up with. I like to keep it about this size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you count the chain. So this is number 8. This is number 9. This is 10. This is 11. And this is 12. Okay, now we're going to pull the circle completely tight. It completely does away with the hole that you have here when you use the 5 chains and then slip together. So now we're going to slip this together right here. And that's a single stitch. We're going to slip it together. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to do 2 doubles in each stitch. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 for your first stitch. It's a chain 3. You're going to loop under, and you're going to go in the same hole. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Let's get that there. Okay, here we are. You're going to go in, you're going to loop under. You're going to go in the same hole that this is coming out of. And you're going to pull through. You grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. So that counts as 2 together. So the next one you're going to take is this next stitch, loop under. You can go right here. You've got 2 pieces of yarn from that stitch on your thread, and you've got the 2 from here. So you're going to pull through, loop under, pull through 2, loop under, pull through 2. You're going to loop under, You're going to go in that same stitch where these two are coming out of. Right there, you're going to go in at the same place again. You're going to loop, grab your yarn and pull through. Grab your yarn and pull through 2. Grab your yarn and pull through 2. So that puts 2 stitches together right here. See if I can light that up a little bit. 2 stitches together right there. So every stitch is going to look like that all the way around. So let's do this one together and then we'll pause. So we're going to do, see how that's a big open space? You can tell where your stitch is from here out. We're going to pull the yarn out. We're going to do in the hole, pull through, loop under, pull through, loop under. You're pulling through 2 on those. So you've got a double stitch, you pull through 2. And you've got 2 in each stitch. Now if you'll pause the video, I'm going to go all the way around. Okay, I haven't finished this yet. But what you do with your stitch marker is you put it in your very first stitch. That way you really don't have any trouble seeing where you've stopped. So you put it right down here at the bottom. That way when you come around, you will see exactly where you need to stop. So you're going to stop in this stitch right before that one. Okay? So if you're going to use a stitch marker, you put it right in your very first stitch before you do it. And then you can come around and you can move it up each time. So I'm going to go on around and then I'll show you when we get back to that circle. Okay, here we are. All the way around, you should have 2 stitches in each stitch and they should look just like that right there. And you're going to stop right there before your stitch marker. And this is the point where you want to move your stitch marker up to the top of this one. And that way you'll have the bottom of that stitch marked, okay, when you get started on the next row. And then you're going to go right in where your stitch marker is and slip this together. Okay, so you have your second row done. Let me back up a little bit again. Now we're going to continue this on the next row. We're going to do exactly the same thing, and you're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch on the next row as well. So you're going to get your first one is the 3 chains and your second one in the same stitch. Then the next time you're going to go and you're going to go in the next stitch and you're going to do 2 double crochets in the same hole in the same stitch each time. Okay? This is the last increase row that we'll have, because you'll have 12, 24, 48. That's the number of stitches you'll have in each row as you go out, and 48 is the good number for an adult's hat. So let's finish this out with 2 stitches per stitch. And you can pause the video here and get your stitches all the way around. Okay, now I've got the 3rd row completed. I have moved my stitch marker up to the top of the stitch and I have slip stitched this together. Now another tip you can do is, if you do not have stitch markers, you may use a contrasting piece of yarn, like a white, this would work for this, or a red or something bright, where you can just tie it on. I've done that for years and it does work just fine. So, or you can do without a stitch marker on this kind of project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this off. That does help you on the very first stitch when you're coming in and out for your first 2, but that is the only time it really helps on this particular project. So I'm going to go ahead without it for the rest of the project. Now right here, we're going to trust that we have 48 on this row because we had 12. You put 2 in each stitch, you've got 24. I did not count these, but you put 2 in each stitch, you're going to trust that you have 48. I trust the first count on mine now, so if you want to count those, you can, but you don't have to. So from here out, we're going to do 1 stitch per stitch, okay? 1 double crochet per stitch all the way around. So you are going to go right in, you're going to loop under, go right in both of those stitches, both of those pieces of yarn, that one stitch, and you're going to pull a double crochet. I'm going to go through and do a double crochet. We're going to go all the way around just like this, okay? And we're going to do 4 rows of that. So you're just going to do a double crochet, 1 in each stitch all the way around. And I'll come back each time we slip it together on the very end. So pause your video now and we'll get this row done. Okay, here we are at the end of the 4th row. And this is how it looks right here, and it's starting to curve up a little bit. You can kind of see the curve up on the edge because you want it to start curving around your head. So here we go. In this one, we're going to slip right into this top of that stitch and do this all again. We're going to do chain 3. That's not a very good chain. Got it twisted in the yarn. Chain 3, and we're going to start our double crochets. 1 double crochet each stitch all the way around again. And this will be the row 5 total. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working on row 5. So pause your video and we'll get row 5 done. Okay, here we are at the end of row 5, and it looks like a little V right here where you're about to slip these together. So you're going to go in the top of that stitch there. 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go right in the top there, and you're going to slip that right together. And now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, and I'm going to take a needle and get this thread out of my way. And take whatever size yarn needle that you like. I like the largest pretty much in here. And we're just going to slip that in there. And you can use the plastic ones for this if you like, or if you have them already. I prefer the metal, the stainless steel. And you just slip it around this little circle right here. And you just hide your thread in here so it doesn't pull out later on. And that's probably enough, and it slipped off, so I'm going to just cut that off there. Now that yarn is not in my way anymore, and we can continue with our project. So what we're going to do now is we're going to chain 3 and get ready for row number 6. Okay, you're going to continue with the same stitch. You're going to do a double stitch, loop under, go through, grab it, come through, grab, come through 2, grab, come through 2. This is a great project to get your double stitch locked in your brain and memorize on how to do it, especially if you're a beginner and you're learning double stitch. This is a great project for that. So I'm going to pause the video here and come back when we're at the end of row 6. Yes, we're coming along. Great job, y'all. Okay, this is the end of row 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have one more row to do of this stitch. We're going to go right in here and slip this together, and we're going to do the same for row 7, just like we've been doing for these last few rows. And we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and continue around your hat all the way around. We're going to do something different on row 8, and you have a total of 10 rows. So we're just going to do double stitch all the way, and you can pause the video and I'll be right back when we're done with this row. Okay, here we are at the end of row 7, and we are going to do something different on this next row. Here's what the line here looks like. It's almost invisible where you've chained each one together, and you can barely see it. so it looks all the same. Now we're going to chain 4. Okay, we're going to do a triple stitch. And from here, you're going to loop under twice. And you're going to go in the stitch just like you did the double, but you're going to loop under twice. You're going to pull your yarn through. And now you're going to go grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. These are a little taller than your double stitch. You're going to do 1 stitch per stitch, okay? 1 triple stitch per stitch on this last row. So you're going to loop under twice, go through the stitch, through both parts of it, grab your yarn, pull through 2, or pull through, excuse me, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. It's very similar to the double stitch. Loop under twice, go through, grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. If you've gotten this far, you're doing a great job. Do not worry about it if it doesn't look perfect, because the more you do it, the better you will get. So just keep going, and I think you'll be really happy with the way this project turns out, okay? I'm going to do a few more of these triples with you. Loop under twice, go through the hole, grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. Okay? Loop under twice, go through the stitch, grab your yarn, pull it through. Kind of adjust it and get your yarns up here where your needle is about kind of level at the top, so you have enough space here. Grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. Now if you accidentally catch the yarn or something like that, don't worry, that happens often. It is okay. Okay? Just keep going. This is a really fun hat once you get it done. Twist your yarn under, loop under twice, go through the stitch, grab your yarn, pull through the stitch. You kind of loosen that up so it's not tight. Grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. Now if you would like to go backwards in the video and re-watch this to continue, that is fine. That way you'll have your triple stitch down, and this is going to be a good way to get your triple stitch down, okay? For the rest of this, I'm just going to keep going all the way around, okay? And once you've done this for a while, you'll get faster too. It takes a lot of practice. So do not get discouraged. You are doing a really great job. And I wish there was a way I could see y'all's creations when you got done with your hats. That would be so cool if we could see each other's projects. But I am going to go ahead with this and continue all the way around. Okay, and I'm going to stop the video, and when I come back, we'll be finished with row 8, and then I'll show you what to do next, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, here we are at the end of row 8. We have done triple stitch all the way around. You've got your little V here where that one's coming out of that stitch and this one's coming out of this stitch, and you've got to put these two together. Now you've got 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go in the 4th one because that was a 4 chain, not a 3 chain. And you're going to slip this together, and you have a beanie that doesn't have a ruffle on it yet. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do more triple stitches. So we're going to start with a chain 4, loop under twice, go in the same stitch right here 2 more times. We're going to have 3 stitches per stitch on both of these rows. Okay, now this row is going to take you a little longer than the other rows, the whole hat, because you're doing 3 triples per row. Okay, so see this stitch right here? We're going to do 3 triples inside this one stitch, and that is how you're going to get your ruffle. There's 2, and you want to do a third one. By the time you get this hat done, you will know your doubles and your triples very well. So we want to go to the next stitch and do 3 more triples. In every single stitch all the way around. So you're absolutely going to take a little longer than the other rows, okay? So just be patient. If you need to take a break and come back to it, go ahead and do that. I keep music going while I'm crocheting normally, unless I'm recording a video. And right now I have a quiet room, so I am able to talk while I'm recording, which is better than voicing over most of the time. We're going to go to the next stitch and do our 3 triples. So this is row 9, and then you're going to repeat this row for row 10. Now, I do have a free pattern in the description. It is from Yarnspirations.com, which I love them. I did not follow their pattern completely. I kind of made it up as I went. I figured out how to do the ruffle, and I just added the ruffle to a beanie. But if you would like to follow their pattern, feel free to do that as well. So we've got 3 here. We're going to do 3 in the next stitch. I love Yarnspirations for patterns. I use it a lot, and I'm going to start sharing some of those. We will follow their bucket hat pattern along with their pattern instead of me trying to do it on my own. This one just turned out so pretty when I just did it, and I have not done a bucket hat before, so I am going to follow their pattern. But that will be in the description below if you want to look at that. It'll be a link so you can click on it and you can download it, and it's absolutely free. They have loads of patterns. So we're going to continue this triple stitch, 3 in each stitch, okay, all the way around. And just so you know, this hat took about 4 hours the first time I did it, so just be patient with yourself when it takes a little while. You would be patient with other people if you were helping them do something and they were getting frustrated with themselves. So just be patient with yourself when you're learning something new. Okay, so here we are. 2 loops under, go in your stitch, and the triple stitch is called that because you pull through 2 3 times. Oh, we've only got 2 in that one, so you got 1 more. So we're going to go ahead around 3 stitches in each stitch all the way around, and I'll come back when that row is complete. You can pause the video here. Okay, here we are at the end of this row 9, and this is our ruffle where you have 3 triple stitches per stitch. We are going to slip this together, so you count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm so proud of you for coming this far. We are going to do one more row, and then your hat will be complete, and you'll get to see how cute it is. So here we go with chain 4, and you are going to repeat exactly what you just did on this last row. Now this last row took a while, so let's just keep going. 2 loops under in the stitch, grab your yarn and pull through, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2, grab your yarn, pull through 2. We're going to do this 3 triple stitches for every single stitch all the way around one more time. This row is going to take even a little longer than the last one because there's even more stitches to do. But this is going to look so good. I'm so excited. So I'm so glad y'all are getting to do this hat. It is so cute. And let's get our ruffle going. This is the last row, so hang in there. Don't stop at this row if you think it's cute, because it's even cuter when you get that last row complete. It is so adorable. So let's get going on this, and I'll come back when I get this row completely done. I don't think that really helps a whole lot, but it helps a little bit. Okay, where am I? Where are we? We are here. So y'all, I just finished this last row and tied it off. I thought I was recording. I was not. I went to hit stop and I was not recording. So you finish the last row and you slip stitch it together, and then you sew in your yarn so it's tied off and nice and won't ravel out. And here we are. We're going to go try this on. It's so cute. I love it.